Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, the notification bell, you get all the updates. Really excited for today's beer. It's a beer from my beer cellar that I'm drinking in my beer cellar. So it's Avery's Tweak Stout with coffee added, aged in bourbon barrels, 16% ABV. I was going to do a big volume beer, decided to do a smaller volume but a higher ABV one. This was bottled October 27th, 2017. It is towards the end of March 2020. So, I don't know, roughly 2.5 years old, right? Yeah, I mean, I like these Avery beers a lot. They're such high ABVs. I like them aged. This has coffee in it. How much coffee's gonna, have gone away, faded, turned into green pepper? I don't know. Brew is called, let's see, a very own Parker of the cartoon and cat loving variety created this cult classic character back in our 17th season. Appearing in several episodes under another stage name that was deemed inappropriate, our executive producers and editors decided that a name change and further character development, a 4-month hiatus in bourbon barrels, were necessary to satisfy our most ardent and demanding viewers. Brewed with Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, imported specialty Belgian malted barley, coffee, hops, and yeast. So not aged in barrels very long. Okay. I mean, 4 months is 4 months, I suppose. I have had Tweak before. I cannot for life of me remember if I've ever reviewed it, though. Yeah, I mean, it's super dark brown to the point of mostly black in the center. Just under 2 fingers of mocha head, tiny bubbles in the center. They're breaking up into medium and larger bubbles. But yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like, in the stout realm, into the aroma. Milk chocolate, vanilla, bourbon barrels for sure, slight green pepper, which has me nervous about the taste. I don't know why I was numbering them, and it would have been better if I got to 5. Now I'm getting a little bit weak coffee. There's still a little green pepper, but I'm getting weak brewed coffee. Now specifically oak on top of the bourbon, so that's actually very pleasant. The more things that work together, the better, right? And like so far, the aroma's working. It's got all these things going on, which is nice. That vanilla is super nice. I mean, the green pepper works. It's not the greatest of the aromas in there, obviously. It's not a huge detractor. That vanilla, for me, is the star of the show right now. See what the taste. Cheers. That has aged beautifully, actually. Wow. No green pepper in the taste. That that coffee and the sweetness chocolate of the beer has made it very dark chocolate, which is awesome. Like, really appreciating it. I'm assuming that's still some coffee holding on. Maybe it's a darker. The beer's obviously roasted malts, but I'm assuming some of that thing that's playing off of the milk chocolate and kind of creating this dark chocolate is the actual coffee in there. Which this is pretty old by coffee standards. It's definitely not a coffee bomb. Don't misunderstand. It's just what I think is that coffee element is working for the third time with the milk chocolate thing, creating dark chocolate, move on to something else. That vanilla definitely there, bourbon definitely there. The first half of it is very sweet chocolate, vanilla, almost approaching like that vanilla chocolate twist ice cream you can get. But then there's such a huge roast, bitterness, like reminiscent of coffee or a very roasted barley stout. So that helps balance out the second half of that sweetness. I get a kiss of a cherry thing. Maybe some other, like berries or whatever, but definitely kiss of this cherry thing. The bourbon sweetness morphs a little bit into more of the dryness of the oak in the second half, which is nice. Yeah, for sure. But there is this lingering sweetness. It's not in balance. It's just like they're checking each other in a very interesting way. It's like the sweet vanilla milk chocolate thing comes up, that twist ice cream thing, and then what I'm assuming is some of the alcohol, definitely some of that oak is like, no, 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 it's a drier beer, and it's like, no, no, it's this sweet twist of a thing. No, it's this dryness of a thing. And yeah, it's not making it balanced. It's just they're checking each other, which I guess maybe I should use the word balance, but it's not balanced. But it's delicious. I will say that. Yeah, this is drinking bonkers right now. Definitely, yeah, it's definitely that brown color. A dark cola is probably the best way to describe the color. Yeah, and the bourbon in this is it really 4 months. A 4 month hiatus in bourbon barrels. I would have thought you'd have to age it longer to get that lovely level. But you know what? It's not overpoweringly bourbon, but it's definitely there. Maybe wetter barrels is part of it. I mean, the ABV is very high, obviously, so wet barrels would make sense to get the ABV up that high. Speaking of ABV, you don't really taste it. I mean, it's 60 degrees in my cellar, so it's not ice cold of a drink, hiding anything. Maybe the littlest bit of warmth in my chest. Nothing on the palate. Yeah, I mean, this is drinking great. Yeah, really glad I did this now. I was nervous. I figured the coffee would fade and it might be bad at this point, but this is awesome. I'm repeating myself, which means it's time to move on. So, have you had Tweak before? Have you had Tweak lately? I think I was gonna do Uncle Jacob's stout, and then I realized no, do the Tweak because it's got the adjunct of the coffee. Drink that fresher. But yeah, what do you like? Do you like these big Avery barrel aged beers? Anything and everything. Comment section below. Check me out on Instagram on Taps. No Hype beer reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.